ไม่เคยได้ถามอาจจะยังไม่รู้แต่ถ้าถามครูและคุณจะรู้จะเข้าใจอาจไม่เคยได้ถามหรืออาจจะยังไม่เห็นสิ่งที่ครูเป็นก็อยากให้คุณได้เข้าใจ
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่รายการถ้าถามครูนะหรือครูไทยไดอะล็อกครับรายการที่จะชวนให้ทุกคนนะครับไปถามคุณครูในประเด็นที่มีคนทั่วไปอาจจะไม่เคยถามครูครับ
ครับแล้ววันนี้นะครับเราก็กลับมาสู่เอพิโซดพิเศษนะครับก็คือเอพิโซดภาคภาษาอังกฤษนะครับในวันนี้เนี่ยเราก็จะมีแขกรับเชิญที่เป็นชาวต่างชาตินะครับผมถามว่าทำไมวันนี้แขกรับเชิญเป็นชาวต่างชาติเพราะว่าเรามีการพูดคุยกันมาหลายครั้งแล้วนะครับว่าในกลุ่มบุคลากรในการศึกษาในประเทศไทยเนี่ยในช่วงของโรคระบาดโควิด -19 เนี่ยมีใครที่ได้รับผลกระทบจากสถานการณ์ในครั้งนี้บ้างแล้วก็มีอีกกลุ่มนึงครับที่เราคิดว่าคุณครูกลุ่มนี้เป็นกลุ่มที่อาจจะยังไม่ได้รับการพูดถึงหรือได้รับการสนับสนุนมากนักนะครับผมก็คือกลุ่มคุณครูชาวต่างชาติที่สอนในประเทศไทยนั่นเอง
ครับและในช่วงสถานการณ์เหล่านี้นะครับเราก็จะรู้ว่าคุณครูต่างชาติทั้งหลายนะครับท่านมีชีวิตความเป็นอยู่ยังไงนะครับในขณะที่โรงเรียนก็ไม่ได้ไปแล้วก็ต้องใช้ชีวิตอยู่ในประเทศไทยนะครับวันนี้นะครับเรามีพิธีกรรับเชิญนะครับชื่อคุณครูกัลยาประสิทธิ์โดเรนนะครับเป็นคุณครูก็ซึ่งจริงๆแล้วคุณครูก็อยู่เบื้องหลังในการทำงานของเรานะครับก็วันนี้รับหน้าที่เป็นพิธีกรในภาคภาษาอังกฤษนะครับเดี๋ยวเราจะส่งการสัมภาษณ์ในครั้งนี้นะครับให้กับคุณครูกัลยานะครับหรือครูก็นะครับ
เชิญรับชมเลยครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to Crew Thai Dialogue Episode 9. Tonight, we are going to talk about what it's like being a foreigner teacher in Thailand during the pandemic. And there are 3 guests joining us tonight. Let's meet with the first guest, Ms. Shao Limin, or Ajan Amy, a language expert at Chulalongkorn University.
Hello.
Hello, สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Okay, our next guest is Mr. Albert Bonion Urbano, an English language teacher. Hello, Mr. Albert. สวัสดีค่ะ I think you still mute ค่ะ Okay ค่ะ And our last guest is Miss Danielle Morton, a kindergarten teacher at สี่พี่น้อง International Kindergarten School. Hello, Danielle.
Hello.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
ค่ะ Welcome everyone to the show. And first of all, let's have everyone introduce themselves. Where are you from? How long have you been here? And what are you doing in Thailand now? Let's start with Ajan Amy.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shao Limin, and you can call me Teacher Amy. And I have been in Thailand. How to say? Let me think. 15 years already.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think I come from Beijing, Thailand. Yeah. So I'm I already get used to the situation in Thailand much more. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Ajan Amy. And next, Mr. Albert.
Hi, my name is Albert, and I'm from the Philippines. I'm an English teacher in Ratchaburi, and I've been here in Thailand for 13 years now. But in Ratchaburi, where I work, I've been at the school for 12 years now. Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while in this country.
Yeah.
Okay, and then our last guest is Miss Danielle. I think you are the newest one here in the room.
I didn't realize everyone had been here for years. I have been in Bangkok for 11 months. So not even 1 year yet. I'm from Newburgh, New York, which is near New York City. Everybody knows New York City, but Newburgh, where I'm from, is very small. I came to Bangkok and to Thailand to teach because I've always wanted to see Thailand, and it was just a good time for me to come to Thailand, even though I could not have predicted that there would be a pandemic when that happened. But
that
here
will
I
be
am.
a good story to share though.
Yeah.
Okay ค่ะ I know being in a foreign country during this COVID-19 situation can be scary and inconvenient, right? Especially during the lockdown. So how has your life changed and how did you adapt to the lockdown? Yes, and we are here with Danielle. How about you share about your lockdown life?
I think so. My school was finishing our second term. My school is an international school. We were finishing term 2 when our school had to close. So some of my students that I was expecting to teach in term 3 did not come back, and so I was not able to say goodbye to them, and that made me very sad because I didn't know that would be the last time I ever saw them. Some of them have left to their home countries, or some of them have left the province or have unenrolled from the school. So that made me very sad that I wasn't able to say goodbye to a lot of my students. As far as when we were home, we were on Songkran break for a few weeks. So some of that time I was just in the house, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't just lay on the couch every day. So I was having a lot of video calls with my friends. I started reading a book, doing a book club with some of my friends over Zoom, and we read a book together and we have a video call. And I also started a business that I had been wanting to start for a while, which is a t-shirt business online. Most of it is t-shirts for teachers that have like funny teacher words on them. So I tried to use my time wisely when I was in quarantine.
Okay, that's interesting. Like, you know, you still be able to keep in touch with people across the globe using the Zoom or, you know, other kind of social networking. And how about Mr. Albert? What have you been doing lockdown? How did you adapt your life?
Okay, during the before the lockdown, actually, I was supposed to go to the Philippines to visit my family. That was April 6th, actually. But before that, in March, the the Thai government said that close no more international flights. So they locked down the airport. So I canceled it. So all my family in the Philippines were so afraid, and then I received some calls from my brothers and from my sisters as well, and they're asking me how was I. And during the lockdown, our school asked us to stay at home, and I stayed at my apartment just for 2 weeks, and then the school asked us to do an online teaching where we're going to teach the kids the Anuban, which is the kindergarten, kinder 1, 2, and 3, and then the elementary students as well, to have a Zoom class. But what we did, instead of Zoom, we did was we recorded our like a video clip. So, and then we sent it to the school's group chat, and then they send the video clips to the parents. So this is what we did for the online classes. But first, our school advised us, why don't we do the Zoom class? And then most of us did not agree, because Zoom class for kindergarten, it won't be possible. So what we did, what we foreign teachers said to the school director, maybe it would be better if we do the video clip, because one of my friends in US, what they do video clips, and then they send it to parents, and it worked.
That's great. And how about Ajahn Amy? Do you have any online classes during the lockdown time?
Yes, but for me maybe easier. Yeah, you know, the university students, they are used to use the digital, the technology to study or do some homeworks. So I think it's easier for them, but difficult for us. You know, even I'm a newer use the Zoom to start my class. And at the beginning of the university asked the teachers back home to teach, and I recorded about the Zoom is you have to open half an hour, then it switch out. Then you have to register again, and even I think about in terms of the background, very not beautiful. So like the technology problems, I have to ask my students that the distance they cannot tell me in details. So it's sometimes I feel confused about how to give them some homeworks or some how to say guidelines with online classes. Yeah, but also I think it's the challenge is a challenge, also a chance to study new things. And later, more and more online course, a training course online, so we can learn from others little by little. But now it's okay. At least I can use the Zoom very friendly. Yeah. I think the city lockdown is okay for me, because I think I have much more time to do some exercise, and and even some cooking life, you see. But it's also not convenient to shopping outside. It's okay, and I never use the delivery food, because I think I don't like the how to say the only use one time the case to put the food. How to say it? How to say
The
it?
single used?
Maybe.
I'm not quite sure.
The deliver food. They use
Deliver.
the plastic,
I see.
Plastic bags or some plastic boxes.
You don't want to cause the waste.
Yeah, so I will deliver by myself. I go to the shop and buy something home and take the food. So for me, I think the life is at the beginning of the government announced it's the city lockdown. It's not convenient, but later I think okay, just wear our masks and go outside. It's okay. Not too much problems for me.
Yeah, I agree. If everyone every change is cause some difficulty or some inconvenience, but once you get into it, I think people will be able to live like a new normal.
Yeah.
And for our next question, like as a Thai person, it was difficult for me to adjust my life during the lockdown, and it was hard seeing people losing their job. However, we still receive help from our government, but I can't imagine how it was for you. Did you get any help, or did you seek for help from your school or any government or any from your embassy? ค่ะอาจารย์เอมี่
For me, our embassy also provides some healthy package for the students, Chinese students stayed in Thailand, but not for if you are not the people who how to say who sent by the government. I mean, I came here by myself, so they didn't provide this stuff for me. But some of my friends, I mean the Thai and the Chinese friends, they also can help me, and they often ask me, I have some facial masks. Do you need to give someone facial masks or something like this? Yeah, I have, because 15 years, so I have more friends in Thailand, so they can give me more help and
That's
also
nice ค่ะ
grade me a lot of grade me often. Yeah, my problem is just I want to go home but no flights. Yeah, this is my big problem because my parents is very old. My father is 90 years old. This year, so
Oh,
I just
wow.
want to go home. Yeah, this time I have to stay in Thailand.
Yeah, let's hope for the best for now ค่ะ
Thank you.
And how about our newcomer Danielle? How did you get to seek for help or did you get any help from your school?
I don't know how I forgot to mention the first time you asked, but I was still working during the break because after our Songkran break, when our term 3 started, we were teaching over Zoom. So because we were still working, I was still being paid my salary. So I didn't necessarily need any government assistance or anything of that nature, which is very fortunate because I know, as you said, a lot of people were losing their jobs and were worried about their income. So I felt very fortunate that I was still able to work and see my students even over Zoom, which I miss them very much, but it was better than losing my job.
Okay ค่ะ Our last question. Now that the situation has gotten a bit better and the school are starting to open, what does your new normal class look like? And what is some feedback from your student? Do they like the new normal situation?
Me?
Yes, Danielle, go first.
So my students are in kindergarten. They're 4 and 5 years old. So I actually realized that we don't use the tables in my classroom a lot. So I took all the tables out. And so my kids, we have no tables in my classroom now. Everything is a big open room and we sit on the floor, and I use tape to make sections so everybody has their own space and they have their own toy baskets so they don't share their toys. They have their own work bags and work baskets. They have everything by themselves so they don't have to share anything. And at first, they actually adjusted very well. They understand that they cannot share, they cannot sit so close together, and they have to wear their mask. Now, I think after being back so long, and they want to play with their friends more, and I have to remind them more throughout the day, oh, social distance, social distance. So I think they're doing very well, though, considering the fact that they're only 4 and 5 years old, and it's a very scary time for them and a very hard concept to understand. Only 2 friends in the bathroom, and we have to sit far apart during lunchtime. But I think my students are doing very well.
That's great for the little kids that to be able to keep the social distancing. How about Mr. Albert?
The students are required to put on their mask every time, and then even the teachers, so that just to protect everyone's from spreading the virus or whatever. But though here in Ratchaburi, the government said here in Ratchaburi, we are 0 case of COVID, but still everyone are very cautious and all of us are wearing masks. And the school provide hand sanitizers and then 1 seat apart for the students. And then because now I'm teaching diploma students and certificate students, which is in Thai we call that Pawashaw and Pawasol. So we don't have this cover or shield protector on the desk of the students, but it's 1 seat apart, and then the kids have to wear masks. Mm-hmm. And then when they arrive at the school's gate, at the school's entrance, the security guards really check everyone's temperature, and they have this spray for alcohol, and then no one can get in without this one, check the temperature.
Okay, it's different from the younger one. So the bigger one, they can control themselves, right? How about Ajahn Amy? Do you have any activity that you have changed because of the COVID situation for your class?
I mentioned a moment ago, we have to learn some new technology. So about the activities or some classroom. Not classroom. Classroom activities and also homework. We just changed it online. So I discovered many new, tools or new how to say ของเล่น So yeah, it's like a online game, not just like a Kahoot or something else. It's more I think more helpful for students to study. So I think it's okay. And for the the university students, they are already grown up, and for them they want to back to university because they feel bored at home, no friends, no gossips. So they want to back to home. So next semester maybe we will find some time to meet together, and then go home. I think we will learn online most of time. Sometimes we will meet. Once face to face is better.
I think we can see very clearly today, like we have seen the class with younger kids and then high school and then teacher, university student. So the reason we brought this topic up is because the topic of the foreign teacher life in Thailand is that because we have seen some foreign teacher who have been left out of the loop during the COVID situation, and we are not blaming the school because the situation was completely unexpected, and we might not be as aware as we could have been. And should this be the time for school to step up and always make sure that our teachers, no matter who they are taken care of by us? And this is something I think we should have continued to improve upon, to include our foreign teachers into our school, into our family. Everyone doing fine in such a difficult time like this. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking your time to join this conversation today. I have learned so much about, life, your life, that how you live in Thailand, because I'm Thai and I live here, so I have all the access to everything. Thank you so much for sharing us tonight.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And also thank you everyone for watching the show tonight, and we will get to see you again next week. It would be in Thai version, and the English version will come every month, once a month. For now, let's get back to Peanut and Pมะนาว ค่ะ Thank you.
ขอบคุณคุณครูกก็กัลยาประสิทธิ์โดเรนนะครับที่วันนี้ทำหน้าที่พิธีกรในภาคภาษาอังกฤษนะครับก็ติดตามรายการถ้าถามครูนะได้นะครับทาง Facebook แฟนเพจนะครับถ้าถามครูนะและ YouTube Channel ชื่อเดียวกันนะครับถ้าถามครูนะครับฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามกด Subscribe ที่สำคัญอย่าลืมกดกระดิ่งแจ้งเตือนไว้ด้วยนะครับ
รายการของเรานะครับจะออกอากาศทุกวันศุกร์ 20:00 นตรงนะครับและนอกจากนี้เรายังมีการนำข้อมูลข่าวสารที่น่าสนใจหรืองานวิจัยที่เกี่ยวข้องกับการศึกษาทั้งในประเทศและต่างประเทศผ่าน Facebook อย่างต่อเนื่องด้วยครับ
เราพบกันใหม่นะครับ EP หน้าเราจะไปคุยกับใครนะครับติดตามได้ในถ้าถามครูนะครับทุกวันศุกร์เวลา 20:00 นตรงครับสำหรับวันนี้ผมและพี่นัทขอลาทุกคนไปก่อนนะครับสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
อาจไม่เคยได้ถามอาจจะยังไม่รู้แต่ถ้าถามครูและคุณจะรู้จะเข้าใจอาจไม่เคยได้ถามหรืออาจจะยังไม่เห็นสิ่งที่ครูเป็นก็อยากให้คุณได้เข้าใจ